Good day, listener. Let me introduce myself. I am Sir Wallace, scientific surveyor of the Mojave Wasteland, as you can see. The reason why I'm making these logs is that I felt that I need to do something which will ease the dullness of this world that I have the displeasure of living in. To be honest, for a man of a scientific nature, the Mojave Wasteland isn't exactly a very interesting place. I mean, what you have here is a bunch of rocks, a bunch of dirt, a lot of dried out leaves, which might be of some interest to a botanist, which I am not. Occasionally there are, well, wildlife around, like that bighorner up on that ridge. Let's see. Fully grown. Dispose of it. Delightful. Anyway, occasionally they need to be cut down because they can get aggressive if there are big herds of them. So anyway, I am not a zoologist either, so... Well, this is one way to start my hopefully long series of recordings about just how dull the Mojave Wasteland is. Who is this? Let me introduce you to my old friend. This extremely well maintained laser rifle. Also the Paladin toaster. Enjoy this uppercut. Fisticuffs. I might be a scientist, but I know how to fight, with or without a weapon. So, before I was rudely interrupted by these rather inept raiders here, that is to say gunslingers, I think they are Viper gunslingers. They are a minor gang in a wasteland. Occasionally they provide me some entertainment. I mean, as far as shooting gang members with a laser rifle and punching the survivors with high-powered power gloves, like the Paladin toaster that I have here. Whoa. Okay, some more people want to have fun. Let's go for something traditional this time. I normally favor energy weapons, but I am not... Wait. Who are they actually fighting here? They go for the bighorners? Well, this is just one reason that I am not exactly fond of the Mojave Wasteland, is that it's impossible to conduct any sort of research because of the inhabitants who try to kill you every now and then. There we go, that's one less inhabitant to bother with. Alright, open wide. They just never learn. So anyway, making these blogs. Blogs, what is a blog? Logs. So I decided to make these logs of mine because they are... I think they might end up being like a bright spot in this grey and dull place. Something that keeps me busy while I'm roaming the wasteland, trying to look for anything of scientific interest, because most of what I do nowadays most of what I do nowadays is just desperately digging through tin cans and scrap metals in the hope of finding something worth studying, like a bit of old technology, like this laser rifle here that I have had the luck of finding some additional upgrades for it, like the laser scope and the focus optics, if I'm not mistaken, they were. So yeah, that was a lucky bit, a lucky break that I have made. So occasionally you find these items, but most of the time it's just junk. That's it, it's just junk. And that is not very interesting for a man who is interested in sciences. So yeah, I'm hoping that these records will make things somewhat interesting, or if not, well, it's just a reason for me to vent. What is this place? Hold on. Movement. Oh, it's interesting. That's also interesting. Disintegrated body is even more interesting. Old technology, like the rifle that I was using before, might be effective, but there is just nothing like disintegrating your enemies with a high-powered rifle like this one. That being said, they were fleeing from something. I hope it's not a death claw or something of that sort. But things seem to be safe for now. Okay, so what is this thing? Does this look like it crashed? Was this in the air? Say, United. There's the old flag on it. Interesting, to say the least. Here I was complaining about there is no technology to be found in these parts. I mean, Nipton is like the back end of this world. It's just completely ruined and destroyed by Caesar's legion. And suddenly there's this thing. What's this? Apparently I'm in combat, my big boy said. Let's solve that. Ah. A mole rat. This was the mighty beast with which I was in combat with, apparently. Okay. Hopefully we are good now. Can't see anyone else. Alright. Let's see. The midnight showing at the Mojave drive-in hasn't started yet. So this is a drive-in. Well, that will explain the cause and these sort of ancient receivers, I suppose. So they were showing movies, I assume, in the old world before the war. So I guess something will happen, I believe, occasionally, so let's wait a bit. Maybe. Oh. An eyeball. Well. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to be. Is there a cult around here? The cult of the eyeball? Who adore this thing as their god? What does it say? Joshua Graham lives. The burned man walks. Oh, Joshua. Of course, I have met him before. And he is in fact alive. But that doesn't explain what this eyeball is. What is this thing exactly? Should probably have a better look. Whoa. What? What is this? Whoa.